Hi guys, yes we camp here and welcome to my review of the M4A1 assault rifle. This is one of the most popular guns in the game, due in part to the fact that it is one of the rifles you can have for free when you first create an account. And I call this gun the jack of all trades because it is extremely versatile. It is a rifle that is suited to shoot at all ranges, and that's because it is a very accurate gun. It also has a very high rate of fire, which makes it somewhat laser. So that's right under the pros of this gun. What are the cons? Well, I would say there are none, although someone may point out this rifle has a higher recoil than other rifles available in the shop. But I do not agree entirely, because the recoil is very manageable. If you learn how to deal with it, you basically have a gun with no cones. The recoil patterns are only three: straight up to the right, and straight up to the left. Only one of these three will kick in when you shoot the gun, and you can easily spray a whole clip and compensate for the recoil. So, do I recommend this gun? Well, as you might have already figured out, yes, of course. I recommend it absolutely. When you create an account, you have the choice between the M4 and the AK in North America. I recommend the M4 because it is far more reliable than the AK. If you are playing in Europe instead, you can choose between the M4 and the K2 rail, also known as Galil arm in North America. And again, I recommend choosing the M4 because it's true that the K2 is easier to use than the M4 because it has barely any recoil, but it is not as accurate as the M4A1. It doesn't have groupings as tight as the M4A1s, so when you shoot at medium and long range, you feel a bit as you needed to load a headshot, while with the M4A1 you just have to balance for the recoil. With the K2 you have no recoil to balance, but you have the randomness of the spread, and by definition you cannot predict randomness. There's very little you can do about it. That's the reason behind my recommendation of choosing the M4A1 when you create an account. As a side note, if you are into competitive gaming, you may want to know that there's a lot of discussion going on about banning some of the rifles in the shop from entering competitions and tournaments, considering that some of these rifles are felt by the community as being overpowered. And the M4A1 is not brought into question, so it will definitely be admitted in all future tournaments. So you definitely want to acquire some familiarity with the M4A1, even if you are using another gun as your main rifle, because if the rifle you are currently using is banned from future competitions, you do not want to find yourself obliged to get used to another rifle on a very short notice. So in conclusion, the M4A1 is a must for your inventory. I totally recommend it, as I have said. I think I can wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. This is Yes We Camp, logging off. Peace, and I'll see you later.